May is National Foster Care Month, and a new study is shedding some unfavorable light on the foster care system. The report from the American Enterprise Institute says in part that some older foster children and those with special needs are living in temporary settings that include hospital rooms and even homeless shelters. As of September 2021, there are around 400,000 U.S. children living in foster care. We go now to Herbie Newell, one of the authors of that study and president and executive director of Lifeline Children's Services, the largest evangelical adoption organization here in the United States. Herbie, great to have you on. Talk to us more about this report and what stood out to you the most.
Yes, certainly. So we know that the U.S. passed the Families First Act, and while in principle it's a great act, which says we want to try to get children in families and foster families and try to keep them out of institutions. However, the lag from that is because there aren't enough foster homes currently in the United States. There aren't immediate access to homes for kids that are coming into foster care. And so unfortunately, what we're seeing, especially in larger areas and larger counties, we're seeing kids that are being institutionalized, not in a group home for foster children, but like the report says, in hospitals, in ERs, in psychiatric centers around our country. And that's not a safe place for children.
No, not at all. I mean, there were also some, really surprising revelations and very concerning. Talk a little bit more to us about the lack of housing and what do you think can be done about that?
Well, I think as we especially look after the Dobbs decision in a post-Roe world, it is paramount for believers of Christ Jesus to rise up, like he tells us in his word, and not only to support women who are pregnant, unplanned or crisis pregnancies, but also to rise up and to open up our homes for their children who can't stay in their homes, who can't stay in their care. We need believers who are going to be active about getting kids in foster care into safe places. And so I would encourage your viewers and anyone that's listening, as we celebrate National Foster Care Month in May, this is a great opportunity to be equipped by your local county and to say, I'm willing to care for a child who's been born, whose mother's chosen life, and to care for them in their great time of need.
Yeah, it's so important. Another item in the report finds that 4 out of 5 of children and adolescents who are in foster care, unfortunately, they develop mental and emotional illnesses. It's so really sad. Talk to us more about this and what do you think can be done to help these children?
Certainly, what we see any child that's removed, in the way that children are removed in foster care, they experience a lot of trauma, a lot of loss. Also, unfortunately, the average number of homes that a child in foster care is in during their duration of stay in foster care is between 2.5 to 3 homes. So we know these kids are not just tossed back and forth from bio family to foster family, but they end up in different foster homes in different settings. Stability is such an important thing for children. As a matter of fact, that's why the United States legalized marriage, to bring stability for children. And so when we don't have a foundational of marriage, we don't have a foundation of family, and children are not going to safe places, they're not going to homes where there's stability, they begin to have all type of traumatic responses. They begin to have all types of mental anguish. And that's what we're seeing in these children, which is why I think it's so important that we provide safe spaces, even if it's congregate care for the interim. We need safe spaces where kids can be secure, where they can know where they're going to be at that night, and they know that they're safe. Safety, security, and stability are the biggest things that our kids need right now.
Indeed. Herbie, before I let you go, we have 20 seconds left or so. Any final thoughts?
Again, this is National Foster Care Month. One of the most pro-life things that we can do is to stand up for moms, children, and kids in foster care, and to show that we really are a pro-life America.
Yeah, we're going to leave it right there. Herbie, thank you so much for coming on and talking to us all about this. God bless you and God bless your work.